Do you like crockpot recipes? Me too. Hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. We have got some more delicious fall crockpot recipes for you guys in today's video. Today's video is extra special because it is in collaboration with my girl Sammy over at Managing the Maze. I love her and I love her channel. She shares delicious and similar content to mine. So if you're interested, definitely check out her channel. I will have her channel and her video linked in the description box. She is also going to be sharing some delicious crockpot recipes with you guys. So make sure y'all check out her video when you are done with mine. But let's go ahead and get cooking, y'all. I am getting supper going in the crock pot for tonight, and we are having bourbon chicken. This is my first time trying bourbon chicken in the crock pot, so really hope that it's gonna be good. Now, the recipe that I'm following isn't a crock pot recipe, but I am making it into a crock pot recipe. So I will have the original recipe linked down below for you guys, so that will have the instructions as to how to do it on the stove, and then y'all can watch my video on how to do it in the crock pot. So, of course, you need some bourbon for bourbon chicken. And then we're going to use light soy sauce. That's just going to help with like the saltiness of it if you use the light. It does call for minced ginger. I don't have any. I'm just going to use some ground. Onion powder, some pepper, ketchup, some water, some minced garlic, and some brown sugar. So we're going to take and make the sauce, mix it in the bowl, and then I will cut up the chicken thighs. And then we will pour this over the chicken thighs and let it cook for about 3 to 4 hours. So I just got like 6 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I've just cut them up and put them in there. And then I'm not gonna add any salt or pepper because one, the soy sauce is gonna be super salty. Then I already added pepper into this mixture. You can use apple juice if you don't want to use bourbon or if you don't have it on hand. And if you're worried about the alcohol will cook out. So it's just mainly for flavor. You're not gonna get drunk or anything. So I'm just gonna add this on there, and then we're just gonna let it cook up. And then once it is like 30 minutes till we eat, we will do a cornstarch slurry and thicken it all up. But I'm just gonna cover it. And it's honestly probably only gonna take about 3, maybe 4 hours. Here's what it looks like when it was all done. All we're gonna do now is add in our cornstarch slurry. I did about a half of a cup. Now, of course, when you look at it, it's not gonna look thick, but once you stir it up, like in the crock pot, the sauce does kind of thicken up a little bit, but it wasn't too much, but it did look very similar to like the kind that you would get. I always refer it to like in the mall, like, you know, the food court. That's where we get bourbon chicken around here. And it was really good. I was really happy with it. It was a nice at-home version. Of course, it wasn't identical, but we will definitely be making it again because it was really good. I just served it with some roasted vegetables, some sweet carrots, and fried rice. And then I just had the yum yum sauce on the side. This was really, really good, and we'll definitely be making it again. Next up, we are doing a beef pot roast. Now, I don't have a recipe for this. We used what we had on hand, and it ended up turning out delicious, so I will definitely be making this again. So we are going to go ahead and add our potatoes and our onions to the bottom of our crock pot. Those are going to take the longest to cook, so we're going to add those in first, and then I'm going to add in my pot roast on top of that. And then we're going to go ahead and mix together our gravy, sauce, whatever you want to call it. I've got a can of beef consomme, a can of the cream of mushroom with roasted garlic, and then I'm also going to add in a pack of that beefy onion soup mix, and I'm just going to mix that together well, and we are going to pour that over top of our roast. Now, roasts need a long time to cook, a good 10 hours in my opinion. So I got this on super early in the morning, that way it could take its time and cook low and slow all day. Here is what it looks like about halfway through. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the roast, that way it kind of cooks evenly. And then we're going to go ahead and add some mushrooms on top, and we're also going to add in a bag of frozen green beans. Now normally I put carrots in my pot roast, but I had got my bag of carrots out and it was molded, so we couldn't use the carrots. So we opted for green beans instead, which it turned out really good. You could use whatever veggies that you wanted to. Here is what it looks like when it is completely done. You just want to make sure that your roast just shreds right apart. If it's nice and juicy and tender and cooked all the way through, then it's just going to be shreddable. It's about 205 degrees when a beef roast is nice and shreddable. We just served it up with some cornbread muffins, and y'all, this was really, really good. Glad I threw this one together. It is a little after lunchtime, and we are gonna get supper going in the crock pot. So I'm gonna make a crustless, or I guess you would maybe consider it a dip. I don't know. I found a couple recipes on Pinterest, and I'm kind of playing around with the different ones. I'll have them linked down below for you guys. But I didn't really want to make pizza, but I wanted some kind of a dip, because I've got some crusty French baguettes that we need to use. So I thought if I did some kind of pizza dip, it would be good with the baguettes. So I'm playing around with this. We will see if it turns out together. So I'm going to be using meatballs for my protein, my main protein. You can definitely ground up some ground beef or Italian sausage, whatever. I'm just going to use these meatballs. It's going to make it super easy. And these are really good in my opinion. So we're going to use those. Got some marinara sauce. We are also going to add on some pepperonis at the top. I've got some cheeses here. And then I'm going to do a ricotta cheese mixture like you would do in a lasagna. So I've got ricotta cheese, an egg, and Italian seasoning. So we're going to mix that filling together, and then we're just going to layer it up. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, we're trying this together. I will have my inspiration of a couple of them linked down below for you guys. So I just sprayed my crock pot. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of sauce down. That way it gives it a layer so the meatballs don't just burn at the bottom. So that made one layer with that one bag of meatballs. I'm gonna add some more marinara sauce on top. So for the cheesy mixture portion, I'm just gonna mix together this 15-ounce container of ricotta cheese. Got 1 egg. Italian seasoning. And then some Parmesan cheese. Probably about a cup, I would say. You're just making like a lasagna filling, you know? So now I'm just gonna add this. I have high hopes, you guys. Do. And then we're just gonna top it with some more cheese. Okay. Measure with your heart, y'all. When it comes to cheese, measure with your heart. Then I'm gonna take and add some pepperonis on top. And then we're just gonna cook this on low. The meatballs are frozen. I would say about 4 hours. But I will time it and let you guys know as well. And then, like I said, we're just gonna serve this with some nice toasted bread. But if you didn't want bread, you know, you could just eat it like this. If you needed it like to be keto or whatever. But let me find the lid. Just gonna put the lid on it and then cook it on low. Then I'll let y'all know how long it takes. So it ended up taking about 4.5 hours to cook up. Here's what it looks like when it was all done. You guys, this was really, really good. I just toasted some bread and we ate it with that. I will definitely be making this again. It was something different. And I don't know, it was kind of like a noodleless lasagna, I guess you could say it that way, like with the ricotta mixture and the cheese and the meatballs. And like, I think if I had done ground beef, it literally would have just been a crock-pot lasagna with no noodles. But it was really, really good, you guys. And that's it. That wraps up today's video. I really hope you enjoyed these 3 perfect fall crock-pot recipes. Y'all, all 3 of these were delicious, and I'm so glad I gave them a try. Don't forget that today's video was in collaboration with my girl Sammy over at Managing the Maze. I'll have all the information listed in the description box below, so make sure you go over and give her some love. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.